Live Sleep Week is well underway, and here to tell us how to improve eating habits for better sleep is Dr. Wendy Bazilian. Welcome back. Great to see you.
Great
so
to be
I
here.
always thought, like, don't eat if you want to sleep because you have to digest it.
It's an excellent point. Today we're going to be talking about foods that you eat throughout the day, but some that you can eat early as long as we have a nice timeline for it. There are certain foods that actually can help trigger de-stressing, relaxation, and healthy drowsiness. And then there are, of course, others that create more energy and can really prevent deep and restorative sleep.
Was this a mistake by us? Did we do something wrong, or is this meant to be?
Yes,
the actual
indeed.
banana with the peel inside.
Yes, indeed. So this is banana tea, and it comes with the peel because, you know, there are some nutrients in bananas and in the peel. Fruits and vegetables, we know we're supposed to eat more of them, and they're hydrating, and when you're hydrated, your core temperature is more regulated, which helps with sleep. But research has shown that there are 3 in particular tropical fruits, pineapple, oranges, and banana, that actually can help stimulate the production of melatonin. And so bananas can. So bananas, number 1, they can help stimulate the production of melatonin, plus they have potassium. You put it in tea, which maybe you can look, you search online, it's sort of folkloric, it's sort of trendy, and you get a hydrating beverage that can help with sleep.
And it tastes great.
Good.
And the sugar, does it impact anything?
Well, it's very mild. This is really just steeping.
And the melatonin is so key, right? We need to produce melatonin to sleep.
Absolutely. So there are some naturally occurring sources of melatonin in the foods. Tart cherries are one of them, and walnuts are another. They're a great team. Walnuts also have magnesium that we'll talk about in a moment. So walnuts and tart cherries are natural sources of melatonin. Melatonin is like the big picture hormone. That's the one that helps regulate sleep cycle. And so this is about incorporating it throughout the day. This isn't just putting you to sleep. In fact, research has shown on tart cherries that you can fall asleep better, stay asleep longer, and get a few more minutes of Z's when you incorporate it. And we have a smoothie here. This is a better sleep smoothie. We'll have the recipe on your website.
And I'm just reading Kelly's mind. Does whipped cream help before you go to sleep? Right out of the can?
We'll get to whipped cream.
Okay.
We'll get to whipped cream.
I figured we would.
I promise. Yeah, we will. We will.
Okay.
We will.
What else?
Next, magnesium. I mentioned that walnuts are a source of magnesium, but really the rock star of magnesium are pumpkin seeds.
Oh,
if those
awesome.
aren't in your
I love
diet,
pumpkin seeds.
So melatonin is the big picture hormone, but magnesium is a mineral. It has many functions, but when it comes to sleep, it actually helps relax the nerves and the muscles. And so adding something like almond butter on a piece of toast or peanut butter with a banana puts more magnesium in the diet, and those pumpkin seeds
Is there
are
one
key.
that's better than the other? Because I love both of these. Both
I'd
are
say
fine?
Both.
Okay.
Both have a place, and both actually contribute to the next thing, which is tryptophan. I know you mentioned this a little bit earlier.
We know about turkey after Thanksgiving.
Turkey. Ounce for ounce, cheddar cheese has more tryptophan than turkey, so there's another one for your list. But tryptophan actually has 2 important practices. It actually stimulates the production of serotonin, which helps mood, and it helps stimulate the production of melatonin for better sleep. But the key is here. You need to have some carbohydrate there at the same time. Carbohydrate opens the door to the brain to help the tryptophan create these important hormones.
And supplements as well?
Supplements. I know you sort of joked about supplements as well. You know what? Supplements are never a substitute for a poor diet. Supplements substitute a healthy diet, but there are some sleep-related supplements. You should consult your healthcare practitioner. Don't overdo, and use the lowest effective dose that helps you but doesn't create side effects.
I just heard you say have all this before I go to bed. I'm very excited. We come back, Dr. Wendy and Kelly have more right after this. Stay where you are.
We're back with Dr. Wendy Bazilian, who is now my life coach. How can we change our daily routines to help us sleep better? We went through a bunch of like healthy foods that we should be having with Ryan. Ryan gets all the good assignments. I see I'm over here in what not to eat land with my, my emotional support food.
Not exactly. You know, if you have trouble sleeping, these are some of the things to watch out for. That's all. Some people don't have trouble sleeping, and it's not an issue. But one thing is, I'd say the kitchen is closed. Use a mantra of the kitchen is closed. Give yourself at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime where you close the kitchen and you don't eat at night. The kitchen is closed 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed, if possible.
He's got like 6 hours. It's as if he's a figure skater competing in the Olympics at all time.
He's a performance athlete.
He stops eating at 4:30. I've never seen anything like that.
But if you want to have a bedtime snack, let's make the bedtime snack work for you. Let it be something that's light, 30 to 45 minutes before bed, and something that actually helps your sleep. So you can go for the whipped cream, but you got to be careful with the sugar. You have to be very careful. So we have the cheddar and crackers, so that's tryptophan and the carbohydrate. We have the trifecta snack mix. This is walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and dried cherries. Oh. And yes, you have your little bit of whipped cream. Just watch it very carefully.
Just like, how many servings should I have at, say, 11 p.m.?
Yes, indeed. We need to work that into the daytime hours so you have better sleep at night.
All right.
Caffeine, I mean, we use it to stimulate us and wake us up. We have to know that at least 6 hours for most people, some people 12 hours before you have to stop with the caffeine in order to get effective sleep. Some people say, oh, it's not the coffee, I just don't sleep well. That's not really true. It's not true.
I have seen my husband have a double espresso and fall immediately to sleep.
Well,
he's got a whole other, that's another issue.
Wine, you know, this has been mentioned already this week during Sleep Week. We know that alcohol actually impairs sleep and actually impairs melatonin. So if you're going to drink alcohol, just be aware, have it early enough, watch out for it. And if you have sleep issues, really use this as something to test for yourself how much it impacts you. Spicy foods, good for your metabolism, not so good for heating you up at night and maybe making you too hot so you sleep hot and not sleep as well.
Is that true? It
Yes.
can actually increase your internal
core temperature. We know we should sleep cool.
All right.
And then finally, hydrate. Hydrate. You know you're supposed to hydrate, but don't glug, glug, glug right before bed or else your bladder becomes an alarm clock.
So true. Listen, check out our website for all of this great information. It really is. Every time you're here, I feel smarter, more knowledgeable.
Thank you.
And then I fall back into doing it my way. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to do it your way.
Thank you
so much for being here. Coming up next, bargains that will help you get ready for summer. Stick around.